Oh, here's your Backstage pass.
Rise, quiet on the set.
Action!
Welcome to Sedona's Backstage Pass with Shondra, presented by Chef Lisa Dahl. This is your inside look into culture, curators, and creative artists. And now, your host, Shondra.
Welcome, my VIPs. You've got your Backstage Pass, and you are here today. You are in. You know, I've got some great stories for you today. My guests are amazing. All my guests are amazing. I love them all. Remember that you want to tune in on Saturdays, 10 a.m. Sedona time. If you miss a show, you can always go on to mellowmountainradio.com. Check it out there because they're all archived. Can you imagine that this is the 20th podcast show? I feel like I just started this podcast, and it's amazing to me. Now, if you want to catch up on some things, you want to make sure that you go to Spotify now, to Pandora Radio, to Apple Podcasts, and so many more. iHeart, I believe it's on there now, and even on Amazon and YouTube. So check it out, Sedona's Backstage Pass. And, of course, always live on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, KAZM 106.5 FM and 780 AM. And I'm waving to my engineer, Ryan Thompson, who is absolutely stellar. Does such a great job with these shows. And, well, you know, I want to tell you what's going on. I always talk about what's happening here in Sedona. And last month, as we talked at the last moment about what was going on in Sedona in August. I say last moment because seriously, there wasn't a lot going on here. Ongoing things, you'll always find things happening. Of course, Jeep tours are great, stuff like that. The wineries are wonderful. There is live music everywhere, it feels like. You can always find that. But I'm talking about like signature events or something really out of the ordinary, right? And I want to let you know that Sedona Ballet, and we love them over there. They are our calendar event sponsor, and I just love them. Speaking of Sedona Ballet, and a big shout out to their board and executive director, Winnie Munch, who has brought professional dance here to Sedona. Well, she's also on the board of directors of the Sedona Sister Cities Association, which is really cool, you guys. We have a sister city, and it's thrilling. It's in Canada, and they are bringing to Sedona a big concert here, and it's coming up September 17th. So make sure you check this out. I'm going to give you all the information right now. With the generous support from the city of Sedona and, of course, the Sedona Sister Cities Association, they are doing this. It is the Rising Stars concert. The admission, get ready for this, it's free. And you're going to want to bring your musician kiddos or just your kiddos. They don't even have to be players. Just get them to enjoy music. Anybody who loves music, the doors are going to open at the Sedona Performing Arts Center at 6:30, and the concert starts at 7. All you have to do is just show up. You're welcomed in. Don't need a ticket, anything like that. The concert features gifted young musicians from Canmore, Alberta, Canada, from Ukraine, and also around here, around these parts in Arizona. And you're going to hear masterpieces by Bach and Brahms, Rachmaninoff, Gershwin, and so much more. So remember, this is a concert, and it's free to everybody. Rising Stars Concert, September 17th. Starts at 7. Now, if you want some outdoor fun, let me tell you about some things that are going on. Oak Creek Arts and Crafts Show starts up again from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that one is September 19th, 20th, and 21st. And it's right outside of Tres Amigos restaurant right here in West Sedona. And you'll find art from local artists, Native American art, live music, food, lots of fun. And the admission, again, is free. Also, always fun to go to the patio of Tlaquepaque right out front of, or behind, or where you enter actually, El Rincon Restaurant. What am I saying? On Mondays and Tuesdays from 5:30 to 7:30, you can enjoy flamenco in the courtyard with Gaetano and friends. Patrick Key's out there. Gaetano, just some really wonderful musicians. And that is on Mondays and Tuesdays, 5:30 to 7:30. Get there early because it packs up. Everybody loves it here. It's kind of a local hang as well. Also, Vino de Sedona and Alcantara Winery, they have live music, so check them out. And I want to tell you something that I'm involved in. On Friday, September 19th, 6:30 p.m., to 8:30 p.m., the Sedona Film Festival at the Mary D. Fisher Theater is welcoming the Artist Consortium's very first Master Musicians Symposium. I'm excited to be the moderator, and here are the people you're going to hear music from. These are, some of the best musicians, not only here in Sedona, but around the country and around the world. Michael Kolowitz on his Chapman stick. He makes that thing sing. He's incredible. Patrick Key, who I just mentioned, who has his guitar harp of ukulele and guitar. Chris Canellis on sax. David Key, who's a singer-songwriter, who's a guitarist. John Dumas, who's a beautiful flautist, a Native American flautist, really great. And Logan Paytosh, who is a drummer, does drum circles here in Sedona. All of these guys are great. And I'm going to interview them. You're going to have a chance to hear them each playing music. And then afterwards, the second hour is me talking to them, and I will take your questions in a Q&A. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and you can find the information out by visiting the Sedona International Film Festival website. And why don't I have that in front of me? I believe that's sedonafilmfestival.com. All right, so there you go. I think it's only $10 to come in, so it's really going to be cool. Remember, that is September 19th, 6:30 to 8:30. Doors open at 6. Okay, now I am so excited to introduce this individual. Oh my gosh, back in the studio, one of my sponsors. I love this guy, and a lot of people do. And he's a community person on top of it. Luke Sefton, thank you. Luke Sefton of Sefton Engineering. It's wonderful to have you back.
Always wonderful to be with you and celebrate and all the different things we do. So I'm always glad to be with Shondra, and it's always something exciting.
Thank you. Never a dull moment.
Never.
That's for sure. And your life, too. My goodness, you just went away, didn't you, for a wedding?
I did.
Gosh, tell us about that, because, I heard a little glimpse of this, and it was awesome.
Yeah, so my nephew is a redhead, as white as white, and his new bride is first generation from Nigeria.
Oh.
So it was real interesting there, and that it was really kind of cool. First, we had a little group of just immediate family come together, and all the women came in their traditional clothing.
Yes.
And then they had a wedding reception, but they invited everybody and had everybody in white. And the bride's family had very nice robes on or hats. It was very so just so that everybody can get together, and Nigerian food, which I was getting over being sick. And I couldn't handle it.
Oh, I was going to say that was it spicy food?
Oh, real spicy.
Oh, so if you're getting over being sick, this is not food you want to. That's hard. That's difficult.
I was trying to get my first solid meal in a month, but
oh gosh, that didn't work.
No. But it was. I wanted to try it, and it was good.
Good.
And then we had the wedding, and typical wedding, you sit there and go, and so we went. So wedding, then we go in. You have the dances, and parents talk, and everything else, and they just say, we want lots of babies.
Okay.
So then we ate dinner, and then he said, okay, the men go upstairs and the women will go downstairs to prepare. I had no idea what was going on, so they went off, and then they played like this Nigerian African music.
Okay.
And the men came in, bringing my nephew in, and he was in a full-length robe and with a top hat on, and then he had all the different things on his robe, and it all meant something. So that's a dignitary or a chief, how they do this for a dignitary or a tribal chief.
Wow.
And so that was cool. So he came in, and my nephew and the other guys were there to dance with them.
Yes.
And they had this chant, like the father was leading it, and they had handkerchiefs in their white towels that they were flipping up, and they were dancing and stuff like that, but they couldn't get the rhythm down.
Who was this? Your nephew?
Well, my little nephew, his younger brother. I sat there and I said, okay, from the movie The Jerk, Steve Martin, that's absolutely true. White men have no rhythm.
That's hysterical. And you're thinking, wow.
Wow. But it was neat to see that. And they came in and they put the groom up there in this like little chair with all these decorations on it. And then we went around, and then the women came in, and the women are all dressed in very colorful clothing. and coral necklaces. So
wow.
they gave a little explanation of it, but basically it's a celebration of when a woman has done something significant. It could be marriage or there's different things. And so the women all come in dancing with the bride, and she goes around, and then she had a bowl in her hand.
Okay.
And I had no idea what that was for, but then they just started throwing dollar bills on her.
Oh, well, that was good.
That was a good part.
Should have had an enormous, vase or something.
Yeah.
But that's good. No, that's excellent. That's a great way to start your life together.
Yes.
It's money. Because honestly, really, it's something you need, especially when you just get married and you're starting. They're going to have a family of probably, 4 or 5 kids? Is that what they want?
I think so. Well, that's what the grandparents want.
Oh, well.
So,
okay.
But very nice. They're back in Houston now.
Okay, so where was this wedding?
It was outside of Seattle, like Redmond, some little Carnation Farms. There was a huge Carnation Farms there.
Neat.
They rented that out and served Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Well, yeah, in the background it said Carnation Farms ice cream.
I was like, whoops.
Yeah.
No, did they know? No one knew it was Ben and Jerry's.
No.
I mean, everybody
they knew.
there did.
They did. They ordered
but
it.
The pictures, it could have been Carnation ice cream.
It was.
Oh, my gosh, that's great. I love it.
It was exciting and neat to see and be part of that.
It's good. It's good to be out of Dodge every once in a while, isn't it? And have an experience like that. How long were you there?
About 5 days.
Okay. You have to forgive me. I'm still laughing because I felt like I was there. Yeah. Really, especially the white guys trying to dance.
Oh, yeah.
I think when you were first telling me a little bit about that, I was like, no, save it. We're going to talk about it. And I think you said something like, I found out my family cannot dance. The men in my family cannot dance.
Yep.
That's great. Did you dance? Did you?
No, that was...
I know, but I'm asking. Did you try?
Oh, they were doing a little bit of dancing, but I'm not really a dancer. So
okay.
I'm like, I'll sit in the corner.
You're shy? Come on now. Really?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but everybody was out there dancing and stuff. And
okay. I guess it depends on what it is that you're shy with, right?
Yeah.
So I will never ask you to dance. When I see you at the fundraising galas that I either am working or am attending, and I look across, there's Luke Sefton. Yep. You get invited to everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Because they know that you're a giver. They're like, you are loved. This is the reason why. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow. Well, that was thank you. That was kind of a little trip out. I feel like I've been rested now. Okay. Got a little laugh and I feel rested. I took a little trip with you there. That's fabulous. Talking about service, being of service, you are always of service. And one of the organizations here in town that you serve and have been serving for a very long time is one of the Rotary clubs here. Mm-hmm. There are two Rotary clubs in Sedona. What makes this Rotary that you're with different than the other one?
About 80 years. No, I'm kidding.
80 years? Are you that old? No. No. They've been together.
The other clubs.
I see. I understand.
Yeah, Sedona Rotary has been here for a long time. It's a lot of people that are really there. It's a little bit older of a crowd.
Okay.
In our group, our Rotary, Sedona Rotary of the Red Rocks.
Okay. What's the other one?
Sedona Rotary. It does that.
I got it.
It's just
and the one you're with is Sedona Rotary of the Red Rocks.
Yes. And then there's the Sedona, or the Verde Village has now a Rotary.
Oh, there's 3 now?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That one does it in the morning.
Okay.
So because people were wanting to go, but they can't go during the day, so they started that out there. And then there's the Rotary of Sedona meets on Tuesday, and then the Red Rock Rotary, we meet on Wednesday.
And that's in the evening? Or is that in the morning?
Those two are luncheons.
Okay, and yours is?
Sedona Red Rock, Wednesday, usually at the library.
Yes, in the
noon.
evening. Oh, at noon.
At noon,
okay.
Yes.
I should know this. I spoke once.
Yes,
there.
You have. You were in to entertain us a few times.
Yes, that was fun.
And tried to get us all to sing.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Yes.
I felt like I'd failed that one, so I got a redo. It was really good.
Good.
It's like people don't realize that, yes, you do this for a living, and I always say if you ride a horse long enough, you will fall off. It's going to happen. And as an entertainer, that happens as well, you know.
I thought it was wonderful.
Well, thank you.
You know, but you don't, and nobody knows.
No, because you never say anything.
Yeah.
It's like hard, you know.
It's like when
difficult.
you're looking for with the Dead Society, when
the
you're
Dead
trying
Quilter
to find
Society.
where your what was it? You didn't have your guitar hooked up or something.
Oh, gosh. Is that what it was? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, something.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
That was the night we were at the Old Town Center for the Arts that weekend. And that one we had a little sound faux pas. Oh, yeah, that was a problem. But you know what? We have such a great cast. Yeah, well, I think everybody knew. That was pretty loud. But the thing was, Gail Edwards, who is, by the way, a TV star. She was on Full House and It's a Living. And she's been on this show. I mean, just adore this woman. I've worked with her many, many times in theater. And she's in our cast. And she said, it was during her monologue. And all of a sudden you hear boom. And it was coming from, apparently, my microphone and my guitar. And she said, please, God, because she's playing Marguerite. Yes, she's playing this gal that was the founder of the Chapel of the Holy Cross.
Yes.
Okay. And so there she is, and she said, please, God, I'm trying to tell them. It was perfect. It was wonderful. I loved it. So getting back to you now. So the difference is one of them is a little older. You guys are what, the rowdy young people?
Probably.
Okay.
We're a little bit younger, and we get along. I mean, do different things, but then they're interacting a lot. You know, you're part of Rotary. You're not. I mean, we have our clubs, but you know, the people can go to each club.
Oh, that's good. So if you're usually going to the one that you go to, that you're a part of, you can visit the other two.
Yes. Yeah.
That's lovely.
And they encourage you to.
That's wonderful.
So you get to know everybody, but. Yeah, and if somebody wanted to go to any of the clubs, you know, you look on the website and it'll say, you know, Red Rock Rotary meets on noon at the library.
Oh, no, that's
bring
really
your
good.
lunch.
For some reason, I had this thought that you were all having your own thing exclusive.
No.
And that's good to know.
No.
So that's good.
No.
So here, I have some questions. I know when I was there, you all recite a declaration or somebody does.
Yes.
And it's a mission statement, is it not?
Yes.
And do you know it by heart? Uh-oh, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you just put me on it. It's it's the 4 things of the things we think, say, or do.
Oh, yes.
And is it the truth? Is it beneficial to all? I'm going to get fined for this. But is it beneficial? Does it build relationships? You know.
Yes.
I can't.
I know, but we're going to have to look it up.
They call it the 4-way test, and it's 4 items there. We recite it, and it's kind of like last one. Does it do good? You know, are you causing someone else strife?
Yeah,
you know,
that's wonderful.
to have that.
The principles are fantastic of Rotary, and I don't think people realize that. Rotary, when did it actually come about?
Well, now you're going to get me fined again.
Oh, no.
So they fine you to raise money.
Okay, well, they're going to ask you anyway.
They will.
Yes, you might as well go ahead and fumble here.
It was some businessmen in Chicago around the turn of the century, Paul Harris, and it's just a luncheon club that came together to do public, you know, get together and also then to go out. And so it started there, and now it's international, and it's huge. I mean, other countries, it's huge.
Wow.
Down in Phoenix, they have the Phoenix 100, where you go in and they have a conference room you go into because they have so many members.
Oh my gosh,
that's a little bit too much.
Yeah, I guess.
But basically, they just get everybody together to raise money or to support, you know, our different functions. The big one is, you know, polio. You know, they're just always pushing on polio, and donations to the fund get matched by the Gates Foundation 2-1.
And the Gates Foundation?
Bill.
As in Bill?
Bill and Melinda
Wow.
Gates. So they are really big into Rotary, or in their foundation is, because of this polio. And, you know, it's like everything else. We got to keep on it. My dad had polio.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So he always had one leg and one arm was just a little bit smaller than the other.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, people have had it worse. I mean, he could get that. And he didn't have it that bad because when World War II came out, He goes, oh, yeah, I had polio. They go, nope, you're going over there.
Oh, it didn't matter.
So they put him in infantry. Well, he can't run with that.
Oh, my
Could never run.
gosh. Well,
and then he broke his other leg, and the doctor looked at him and said, Tom, for the first time in your life, you're going to walk straight. So,
oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. It took a broken leg to do that. That's interesting.
Yeah, Rotary just it does a lot of things throughout the world. We, everything in here, they do a micro banking, where in Mexico, if you want to sell like tamales or you want to start your little business, you go and they give you $500 and as a loan, right. And then you pay it back, but you start your own little business.
Wow,
and so microcredit is it's called.
That's incredible. I don't know this until now.
Yeah,
about Rotary.
Pretty much, it's never. It's been very successful. I don't think they've had anybody like say they can't pay or pay it back. I think they've all been because it's their community. Right.
Well, so now when did you start with Rotary? Because you've been here for 35 years, maybe more now.
Yeah, it's going on 38.
38?
Yeah, can you believe that?
38 years? Oh, yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah, back and forth, but I started about 1935. No.
1935. So you do look young for your age. I knew it.
2013. I think 2014.
2014. Why does it feel like you've been with them for like ever?
Yeah.
I mean, you know how I know that you're a part of it is also because of one of my very favorite events that you guys used to do. I don't know if it was as a collaborative with all the Rotaries. I don't know, but it probably was because it's a huge event. It was a huge event. It's no longer. Like for a year now, it's not been there. And that's the Oktoberfest.
Yes.
And I would always see you there. I know you were president of it.
One time, yes.
One? Oh, I thought, okay.
I don't know, but I was the president for a year and a half because our fire chief left.
Was that Chris Casey?
Yes.
Chris, if you're listening, how dare you? How dare you, man? No. But the thing is, well, you did a great job, but you always had this one area. This is why I always thought you were like the king, because you had this huge area that you set up furniture and fun things to kind of hang out. Yep. This was, I'm trying to think, it was a Posse Grounds, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wonderful event. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
No, it was great. And that's what we kind of, Dr. Hughes kind of started it with, if you're a certain level sponsor, you get this area and you decorate it to,
show
the way
off?
you want.
Well, yes, show off. And was there like a prize for a best?
Oh, there was. There was.
Okay.
Yeah. They give a prize there, but I've never got one.
Oh my gosh, you should have, because you were like, they were the ones I wanted to hang out with. Yeah. Anybody I took there, or if I was with them, and I think I've gone maybe 4 or 5 times. I was at the very first one.
Oh, wow.
At Los Abregados.
Yeah, weren't those fun?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Down by the water, it was really beautiful.
Oh, yeah. And we did really well down there, but traffic.
And it was cold. You get a little chilly. Because you're down by the water, Oktoberfest. And please bring it back. But,
and then you have the Chili Fest. That's by the other club here. And other clubs here, but I haven't seen how that goes. So when they have Chili Fest or we have Oktoberfest, we often go and support, or they come and support us, or we go do parking for them or labor or whatever.
That's wonderful. Yeah, and I have to tell you, anybody listening, if you've ever been involved in putting an event together, it's insanity. I remember 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was, it will be 2 years ago this coming October. I was emceeing the Family Fun Days, or it was the airport days.
Oh, the airport days.
And I had just finished about half an hour, so I'd been there at like 8 a.m., emceeing, playing music, getting people to dance, going crazy, introducing this, that, and everything that was going on. Great event, by the way, which will be happening. I believe it's on the 11th of October. You got to check it out, because I think it's called Wings and... Oh, gosh. Now the airport manager,
Wings
Ed Rose.
and cars, or they do kind of a car show and wing show.
Sorry, Ed. Yeah. Ed Rose, the manager. I love you, and I know you're not going to like the fact that I don't remember the name. But at any rate, I was working it, okay? And I was finishing all around 2 o'clock. And then I got a phone call, and it's Luke. And you were calling in the favor because I kept saying, please call me if you need me. And right then and there, boom, ready to tear down all the equipment. I was there, and I had a rehearsal for a show to go to right away. And I said, well, Luke, I'm just leaving now. I will be leaving here around 2:30. And I have a rehearsal like immediately in the cemetery of all things, which you're very involved in. Yep. Because we were doing cemetery shows. You'll have to, that's a different story altogether. And your MC was not able to make it. So you were asking me to come over, and you're like, I won't be done, Luke, until probably about 5:30. I could maybe get there at 6. You're like, absolutely, be there. Yeah.
I can tell you, I mean,
so much
we've
fun.
had, certain people jump up there and do an MC, and it's like having an auctioneer. Anybody can do it, but some people have the knack to do it. Like when you got up there, you really started getting the crowd involved and drawing them in, and you were always very interactive. Whereas, I get up there going, okay, we're going to have the beer test in 5 minutes, and that doesn't get the group excited. But
it was
you were
so much
definitely
fun.
You were having a blast up there with the.
Thank you.
The band.
I felt like I'll tell you what, you made me feel like a rock star because
you are.
It was like, thank you. It was like this. I arrive and Luke is escorting me into the park, and it's a huge area, and we're going past everybody and the tickets and the this and that. He's giving me things for later to drink.
Yep.
He's getting me dinner, and then like was sitting down finally to eat something because all these wonderful food trucks, and someone comes up to Luke and says, now, and Luke goes, okay, we're on. I'm like, what am I talking about? Does anybody have anything to talk about? No, it was really fun, but the way you led me in, it was just so cool. I felt very taken care of.
Good.
And then the band, I was singing with the band. It was really fun. It was
Excellent.
really cool. Loved it. And then the next year it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
It's always been. It either makes a lot of money or we just cover our expenses. Since COVID, it's been a little hokey, and it's and you're involved in a lot of these charities, and we try to raise money. You're always trying to look for that. What can we do that everybody, like the Taste of Sedona or the Wine Fest, Chili Fest, that would draw the community together and
make some money
or like the Dead Society or whatever.
The cemetery shows.
That's a lot of history about Sedona.
Yeah,
I go. We just Camp Verde kind of does the Corn Fest where everybody's in there and everybody's donating.
I know.
And so then the volunteers or the clubs get money out of that.
I know, it's wonderful. You keep doing what you're doing, and please bring back the Oktoberfest. I would love that one. All right. You can believe it? We've already finished our show. Wow. It goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yes.
I always love it when you're here. It's just so much fun. Great stories. You're so involved. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited for you to come back next month. Going to be a blast as always. All right, everybody, you stay with me and we will be right back.
You can taste it in every bite. For over 30 years, Chef Lisa Dahl has redefined what it means to dine in Sedona, serving soulful, handcrafted cuisine inspired by love, artistry, and community. From the wood-fired kitchens of Mariposa to the couture flair of Butterfly Burger, every experience is elevated, every ingredient intentional. To learn more about Lisa Dahl and the Dahl restaurants, please visit cheflisadahl.com.
Need a clean car fast? Come to Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash. We'll have you sparkling and back on the road in minutes. Whether you're after a quick shine or a deep clean, you'll get top quality service, eco-friendly soaps, and smiles all around. Drive up, shine up, and feel good, all without slowing down your day, and look like a star in your car. Located in West Sedona on Highway 89A. For more information, visit cleanerquickercarwash.com.
Here's more of Sedona's Backstage Pass with Shondra, presented by the Dahl Group.
I am so glad that you are still here with me because you're in for a treat. Oh my gosh, I have one of the most brilliant artists that I have ever known, and many of you know him. He's here in Sedona. He's worked all around the world. He's an incredible guitarist and ukulelist, and he is... Oh my gosh, I'm just so thrilled to have this person in the studio today for you, and he's going to be playing his guitar for everybody. I can't wait for that part. Thank you, Patrick Key, for being here today. I'm so excited.
Thank you, Shondra. I am super excited to be here, too. Thank you for having me. This is a real treat. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, we want to get to know you a little bit. We see you everywhere. I mean, I know there's a lot of places. Like, where can we go and see you? For those of you who don't know Patrick, after you hear him playing here, if you don't know him, or if you're listening from somewhere far away and you're coming into Sedona, you're going to want to find this man and love him up as he plays for you. Where are you working?
I do have some regular places that I play, as well as some other places that kind of rotate around. But let's see, every Wednesday I'm at the Broom and Orchard restaurant, which is a beautiful venue with and fantastic views, great food, and good music as well, too. And then every Friday, one of my favorite spots is the Skyrock Inn, which I've really grown to love. They have a beautiful patio. They have music out on the patio when the weather is good, which it's been fantastic lately. And generally speaking, it's pretty much kind of an undiscovered place, although the locals are just beginning to learn about it. And I think this place could get a lot more popular as people learn how fantastic it is to listen to music. They have a small kitchen, but also a full bar and an incredible patio, amazing views. So,
they sure do.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a wonderful place. Where else?
Every Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in season, which is from April all the way to the end of October. Another one of my favorite musical activities is playing with the flamenco musicians at Tlaquepaque. This is from 5:30 to 7:30. On those days, it's open to the public. They transform one of their empty courtyards, which are quite beautiful in their own right, but they transform it into this scene from Spain or something like that.
I've been many times, and I love it. It's right outside of El Rincon. It's right there on the patio, and there's a full bar there. Right. And you can order food. Mm-hmm. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's terrific.
And if you like to dance, that's the place to go, because people cannot help but get up and shake it because the music's just so infectious.
Yeah, Gaetano and Friends.
Yes.
And I just love it. I love that you're there. It's wonderful. I often see you playing ukulele there.
That's right. Gaetano, the band leader of the group, he's an amazing guitar player and flamenco guitar player. So I don't know how it happened, but I'm playing the ukulele.
I know
with them.
It's wild.
How does that happen with flamenco music?
I don't know, but you make it work so well.
It's a good time.
It really is. It's great. So remember, you can always look it up by going to Patrick's website, Patrick Key. So it's Patrick, K-I, music.com. You're going to find his calendar there. You can also purchase MP3 files of his music. You can also pick up CDs. And of course, like I said, you can find out where he is performing. There's also videos there. And you can actually book Patrick. So now that we have gotten through all of that, because I wanted to make sure that we talked about that so people can find you, I want to know you. We all want to know you a little bit. Were you born in Hawaii?
I should have been. My family's from there. Both my mom and dad were born there, and they are longtime local island families for sure. But my dad was in the service when I was born. He was stationed in Alaska. So I got myself born in Alaska.
Wow.
And I was there for a whopping 6 months. So I do not have very many memories of it. I've never been back there since, although I would love to travel back there. But yeah, that's it. And then shortly after that, I spent most of my growing up in Hawaii and graduated from high school there. And I'm very fortunate to have grown up there. Also musically too, because that place is an amazing hotbed of just music everywhere you go. I've never seen anything quite like that.
How cool is that? I love it. And it's more than just Hawaiian music. Is that right?
That's right. They have growing up in Hawaii, we heard every kind of music pretty much. But they also have the only state that I know of that has their own radio stations dedicated strictly to local Hawaiian music. So the local artists were rock stars in their own right.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that they're pro-local musicians. How wonderful is that? So now, were you on the radio? Like, were you on those stations at a younger age? Just curious.
No. I'm kind of a late bloomer, slow learner, I guess.
Okay.
I started a little late. in some respects. I think I was around 12. I think
that's
when I played.
not late.
That's not late, but it's better if you start like when you're 5 or 6 or in the womb even. That's even better.
Well, yes. That's kind of a visual, is
yes.
it not?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
It's like
that would
there
be,
you are
yeah,
as
yeah.
a little infant with your guitar or ukulele.
Yeah. But
12 that's about right. I started learning rhythm guitar and guitar at 12.
Yeah.
11 and a half.
Yeah.
But with I got to ask you. So your formal training, tell us about that because you are a monster on guitar. You are incredible and ukulele as well. And we'll get into that in a moment. But I want to know about did you have formal training?
I did. I did. The reason why I chose to do that is because I was horrible.
Okay. Well, it was a smart move, though, right? In so many ways.
When I was about 15, I was having this thought of like, I think I really want to do this. And I didn't realize that a lot of people didn't know what they wanted to do yet. But I knew that I wanted to do music and I wanted to play the guitar. But I was, in fact, horrible at it. So I decided, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to study. So I started my formal guitar studies at the University of Hawaii. I'd been playing for several years. I think I just turned 17 when I first started studying in college. And I remember going in and looking back on it now, it blows my mind that could even happen because I was totally undisciplined, had never had any teachers. I had this little guitar, which I think I picked up at a yard sale for like $30. Oh. And I went to college with this $30 guitar, and all my classmates were playing their handmade guitars from Spain, and they had been studying. And I remember my first meeting with my teacher, an amazing man named Charles Brotman, who actually went on to win the first Hawaiian Music Grammy Award. Wow. So he was a fantastic musician, and he heard me play, and he said, well, I got to tell you, you can study. I mean, we'll accept you, but you're going to have to relearn everything you're doing is wrong. So
wow, what a thing to say. Yeah, you're like, oh wow,
okay, good to know.
Here we go.
Yeah. And I started that and studied with him for several years, and then I after that I decided there is a lot to learn. So that's how I ended up leaving Hawaii. I was super serious about studying music. I went to LA and attended a school. At that time, it was called the Guitar Institute of Technology.
Oh, yes, GIT.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it was unbelievable just to study with amazing musicians. One of the first times I'd been away from Hawaii, and it was really an incredible experience. And then I came back to Hawaii for a short while, but I realized that certain things were kind of beckoning to me that I had seen and wanted to learn more. And I ended up getting a scholarship to go attend another music school, very good one, on the East Coast in Boston called the Berklee College of Music.
Amazing. Yeah. For those of you who are listening, I have to tell you, these are the best schools in the country for music. GIT, phenomenal. And Berklee, that's an incredible honor that you got a scholarship to go to that and you were able to attend that. How wonderful.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, it was, although it almost ended my career. And ultimately is part of what made me move to Sedona.
Okay, so this is interesting. Tell us about that.
I think the thing is, like, when you're from a small town, small place, like I grew up in Hawaii, when you go to what is essentially a mecca for musicians like the Berklee College of Music. Berklee College of Music is a relatively small school. I think there's about 2,000 people there studying at a single time, 2,000 musicians. 1,000 of those 2,000 are guitar players.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's the level of competition was unbelievable. And what I didn't realize is that people were coming from all over the world. So my peers were guys from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from just all over. And these guys, I mean, were the cream of the crop from their countries. And I learned a fantastic amount, but at the same time, by the time I graduated, I also realized that I had this terrible realization that no matter how hard I tried to practice, and I was practicing like 10 hours a day, literally.
Jeez.
It's like,
Goodness.
I'm never going to play like that, like what I saw was possible. And it really started to weigh on me for some reason. I couldn't get past that. So I decided I need to get away and just kind of fall off the face of the earth. And I had heard about Sedona from a musician friend of mine, and I thought, I'm going to come here, and who knows what'll happen.
When was that?
This was in 1987.
My gosh, you've been here that whole...
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, I bow to you, sir.
Yeah, well,
you've seen changes, have you not?
I have. When I first moved into town, they had just put in the first stoplight at the Y, very first one.
Oh, my gosh.
And all the locals were like, this place is ruined. I got a stoplight.
That's so typical, is it not?
Yeah.
Everything's a war, you know, about lights especially. Well, wow, that is amazing. You know, I understand this. I get it. When you get to a university or to a conservatory, in your case, I went to a conservatory for theater, and it's different. It's different than actually having a mentor, somebody that can see you as you and help you to develop you. And you were smart, but you did get the degree. That was cool. You did graduate, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people that don't. I did not. It didn't hurt me. I went right into performing, and all my education was on my feet in the trenches, so to speak. You know, great jobs, great shows, great gigs, all that stuff. But what I guess I'm getting at is formal education is wonderful to have, but it does not define you. It doesn't define you. It's great on your resume, right?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, when people see Berkeley School of Music, they're like, "Holy crap!" You know. But when you play, you play your way. You give us Patrick on guitar, and that matters. That matters.
That's it. I think you actually have to find your own voice. That is the danger of going to a well-known school or a particular program.
Yes, an approach, a way they say it must be, or they're trying to form you into something. So you were smart. How old were you at that time?
I think I was 27 when I moved here.
Wow.
27.
Oh my God. Was that like, okay, so 20 years ago? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm terrible at math, so I'm just saying. You know, it could be, because I'm terrible at math. Well, this is amazing. So how many hours a day do you put in?
Well, there's playing and there's practicing, which are two different things. They're both super important. You know, in season, I'm performing almost every day.
I know.
So
you don't really need to do that, do you? You don't need to. Do you warm up? What do you do? What's your regimen like? What is it like for you? I know what it is for a vocalist. Okay. And
right. You have to warm up your...
Right.
Yeah.
And when I was working as a single, 4.5 hours a night, 5 nights a week at most of the time, my hand was so sore. I mean, I would have to wake up and put my hand under water, like hot water. Yeah. You're doing way more. I was playing rhythm behind myself, you know, accompanying myself.
Right.
But you're vocally, I was just so exhausted, but I always had to do warm-ups to get my voice up and over. What do you do?
I think I could get by without practicing, but that's not me.
Okay.
You know, I'm a driven kind of person.
Right.
And if like there's many times when I've been practicing all day, you know, before going out to play, or sometimes I perform a couple times during the day. But I must say that now I also am trying to balance that out because physically on the hands and everything, as you get older, I've noticed they're not able to take that kind of like, I cannot play 10 hours a day.
I mean,
anymore.
really? I don't even know. I mean, wow, that's insane to me. 10 hours.
Yeah, it's just too much.
When you're doing these gigs, are they 3 or 4 hours?
They're generally 3 hours for most of them, although they can be 4. And I do warm up. I always play every day, and also nowadays I've discovered too the opposite. When I take a vacation, I just took a vacation. I cannot not play because when I come back, my hands, the calluses on them they're not ready to play, and it's excruciating to really play on them.
Yeah, I mean, I can certainly understand that. Although, is it good to take time out? I was taking classical guitar for a couple of years, and I was working so hard. I was practicing 6 hours a day, and I was really. This is many years ago because I don't play classical guitar now at all. I mean, I could have if I'd kept it up. But here's the thing. I remember working so hard on a piece, and my teacher at the time, my instructor, said, I don't want you touching this for like 4 or 5 days. Don't do anything. And it helped.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. I think sometimes you got to have a little space to come back to something with fresh ears. And certainly it's that way with recording, too. It's like sometimes you've been working on the piece, recording, and you've put so much time into it that it's like, oh, you need to step away for a little bit and come back. And then you're amazed. It's like, oh, my God, I'm hearing this in a whole different kind of way.
I know.
So even though physically it's good to keep playing and, practicing, sometimes you need to – it's healthy to take a break. It comes
I think
back
it is.
and then some things are striking you in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
So
when I'm coaching students, mainly actors and vocalists, I tell them, take some time out sometimes. Sometimes that happens. You can see they're getting it's too intense all of a sudden. And now they're really making all kinds of faux pas, so to speak. And it's time out, take some time out. Don't do anything. So that's good to know. Okay, now I have to ask you. First of all, do you teach?
Not at the moment. I used to.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And let's see. I want to know, do you enjoy playing as a single? Or what do you prefer? Or do you like both?
I like both. I think we're certainly, as human beings, we're always hard to please anyway. But to play with a group, there's this excitement of the interaction with other musicians, the spontaneity of it, and just the joy of playing with, in my case, some of my best friends.
Wonderful.
Which is an amazing experience. On the other hand, as a guitar player, there's certain challenges that I find really fascinating, compelling as a soloist, so that I miss when I go too long without doing it. So ideally, you could do both. I knew some artists who kind of alternated in their careers, like they would have these periods, like for 3 years I'm playing mainly with bands, and then I'm playing solo. I'm kind of liking doing both, like on a regular basis.
That's good.
So,
have you worked with anyone really famous that you were like, wow, this individual that I'm working with? Has that happened to you?
Not so much for me in the famous person thing, mainly because most of my performing has been here in Sedona, which for better for worse, the great thing is I've had a lot of chance to develop and play a lot, which is no substitute for that. Mm-hmm. But the other thing is that unlike living in a city, I haven't had the opportunity to really work with some really great players. I've had some really amazing feedback from other great players, from time to time that really...
Oh, well, may I just say, I spent a year over at Soundbites interviewing great guitar players that were coming in, people we listened to on the radio when it was Soundbites Grill. And, oh my gosh, Patrick, you're right there. You're right there with them all. Steve Oliver, all these guys, you are right there. And I cannot believe this, but we're kind of running out of time, and I really want you to play for everybody. So will you play us a song? Will you play us something?
Okay.
I'm twisting your arm?
You're twisting my arm.
Okay. All right. So right now, we're going to buckle up, everybody, because this is just fantastic. Patrick Key. Here we go.
You've explored the trails, stood in awe of the red rocks. Now, discover how Sedona became Sedona. The Sedona Heritage Museum tells the story of Red Rock country, from ancient cultures to today's vibrant community. It's interactive, family-friendly, and open year-round, indoors and out. Sedona Heritage Museum, preserving and sharing the soul of Red Rock country. Plan your visit at sedonamuseum.org or call 928-282-7038.
Take a deep breath, then let it go. At Sedona's New Day Spa, your escape begins the moment you arrive. Enjoy luxurious massages, rejuvenating facials, and native-inspired body treatments. Every moment is designed to restore balance and renew your spirit. Voted Sedona's Best Day Spa, this is more than self-care. It's your sanctuary. Book your experience today at SedonaNewDaySpa.com or call 928-282-7502.
When your project demands precision, experience, and trust, turn to Sefton Engineering Consultants. From expert civil engineering to construction management, we deliver real-world solutions that stand the test of time. With over 30 years in the business, Luke Sefton's team is committed to getting your project done right, on time, and on budget. Sefton Engineering Consultants. Reliable, experienced, personal. Learn more at SeftonEngineeringConsultants.com.
Here's more of Sedona's Backstage Pass with Shondra, presented by the Doll Group.
Well, that was really fun. I love my guests, always, every week. Okay, you know what that means. This music signals that it is time for my shameless Shondra spot. I've got some new news. Are you ready? I'm going to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. That's right. Does anyone have a really warm coat? Because I'm going in January 2026. I'm so excited about this. I want to tell you some information about it. It's really fun. So recently, my friend, who was a former business partner years ago, like 11 years ago, we were doing women's retreats together. And she's a podcaster, a motivational speaker, and a life coach. Her name is Bonnie Worth. Look her up. Her website is bonnieworth.ca, and she's incredible. She hired me to perform for a 3-day event. I just signed the agreement about 3 days ago, and I'm going. This is awesome. I've also been commissioned to compose a brand new original song for the very first annual Elevated Life event, which is on the 3rd day of this beautiful time away and a wonderful retreat. The first 2 days are closed because they're already sold out. So on those 2 days, besides performing several of my own originals, I'm also holding my own confidence workshops. Yes, my own conference. Not really. It's actually a workshop. It's on confidence. And on the 3rd day, I'll be performing the new original song that I am writing currently at this moment. It's always nice to have last minute stuff to do, right? I will be performing that, and I'll be emceeing that full day. This is the one that is not sold out yet. I'm going to be emceeing all the keynote speakers that are coming out, and I'm excited. I'm going to tell you how you can find out about it, because you could make a reservation. You too can go to Canada in January of 2026. It's called the Elevated Life event. It's on January 18th from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Of course, you'll want to get there a few days early just to have some fun. It's going to be a great time. Like I said, reservations are open. They're still available. You can get in there. So come on, let's go together. And if you'd like to join me and attend that event, you can get all the information by visiting Bonnie Worth. I'm going to spell it for you. BonnieWirth. Bonnie Worth. So not O, it's an I. WIRTH.ca. And then you might want to put in a / and put in Elevated Life. You'll get there. You'll find out all about it. So come with me to Canada. What a fun show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love doing this podcast. And I want to thank my engineer right off the bat here, Ryan Thompson, for all the great work, all those commercials that you hear. That's Ryan's work. Absolutely fantastic. And those commercials, of course, are from my sponsors, who I want to thank right now. Sedona Heritage Museum, Sefton Engineering. Thank you, Luke, for being on today. And Cleaner, Quicker Car Wash, Sedona New Day Spa, my presenting sponsor, Chef Lisa Dahl from the Dahl Group, and also Sedona Ballet for the events calendar. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so awesome. I want to thank also the owner of KAZM 106.5 FM and 780 AM. I almost forgot, but I got it. You know, it's a lot of numbers. What can I tell you? Chuck Helstein, you're awesome. You're the best. Really great. And of course, my engineer again, Ryan Thompson. Can't forget his name. Or Chuck's. Anyway, make sure you come in next week. Come on, backstage with me. Sedona's Backstage Pass. Get your VIP pass ready. Remember, Mellow Mountain Radio. You can hear it streaming live there as well at 10 a.m. on Saturdays. And, of course, later you can get all the archives on mellowmountainradio.com and also on Spotify and Pandora, all those great places. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next Saturday.